I'm Tim Milburn, the founder of Lifelong Leaders, and today I want to go over briefly just an overview of what the Lifelong Leader Framework looks like. One of the ways I like to explain it is by using the metaphor of my golf swing. Now, you've never seen me golf, but if you had, you would realize it's not very effective. In fact, I typically get to swing the club more often than everybody else I'm playing with. And sometimes I will score in the triple digits. I've asked people, I've read articles, I've watched professional golfers on TV. I've said, what can I do to get my swing better? Oftentimes they'll tell me, Tim, you are actually too close to your ball after you hit it. And so I'm trying to figure out how to get better. Now, one of the ways that I try to get better is by playing more golf. But really, that doesn't help me because I don't know the proper way to swing a golf club. Because it's not just about hitting the ball the right way, it's about all the things that my body internally has to do and move to set that club up for success so that it strikes the ball, it carries that ball, and sends it in the right direction. Typically, my golf ball looks great right until that moment it leaves the club face, and then it veers in a completely different direction I wasn't planning on. The same is true of leadership. There are ways that we respond to leadership that seem very natural to us, but the Lifelong Leader Framework helps us to spend time developing those skills that may not be truly intuitive or natural to us at first, but yet provide the greatest return on our investment over time. And when we think about lifelong leaders, what are we thinking about? We're thinking about cultivating our leadership skills throughout our lives. And so that's why today I want to focus on what it means to to cultivate your leadership skills in the midst of those things that seem so natural to us. So let's just do the quick comparison. Naturally, we've often fallen into the idea and belief that we need to lead ourselves last, right? Lead yourself last. But that's not effective. It's not effective to spend all kinds of hours working, going over and above and beyond, serving the needs of the people around you, doing everything you can to help everybody else, but never spending the time on yourself. That running yourself ragged, doing things that ultimately lead to burnout or being unhealthy. If we're going to nurture the side of leadership that helps us in the long term for the rest of our lives, then we need to be leaders who lead ourselves first. It's so important. It seems sometimes counterintuitive, but it's so true that we need to be our best so that we can inspire and bring out the best in others and be a good example that way. The second thing that seems natural to us, but may not be as effective, is as a leader, I need to gain more followers. Because if I'm leading, then there's other people, and I need more and more followers that I can lead and speak into and develop. But really, while that's our natural bent, that's truly not what brings and makes our leadership skills come to the front and be the kind of leader that people want to follow. Truly what we need to work on is growing our influence. Because when you grow your influence, you become the type of leader that people don't just have to follow, but they want to follow, that they can trust, that they realize that you can speak into their lives more than just simply showing them how to do something or keeping them accountable for the tasks, that really you speak to them at deeper levels as you grow your influence. Thirdly, we are often in positions where we find ourselves so busy and we're always at the mercy of the urgent, or as I like to say, we have to meet the demands. And as a leader, there are a lot of people, there are a lot of things that demand something of us, even the people that are in our care. And it's easy to lose sight because of our natural tendency to just try to solve problems and take care of things. It's easy to lose sight of where we're really headed, what we're trying to accomplish, which is why we need to nurture the mindset where we focus on what it means to make a difference. The difference is that place in between where we are currently and where we want to be, that there out there that we've defined, and what it takes to make those steps happen. So that's the difference between here and there, and how are we engaging people and adding significance and meaning to the work that we're doing, even on a daily basis. The fourth one, and this one, you might hesitate to see it, or you may go, yes, I see it's so true, because we often condone confusion. You may be thinking, what do you mean I condone confusion? Well, we condone confusion. We accept it. We allow it. When mixed messages get into the minds of the people we're leading, when we come forward one week and go, this is important, and then the next week we go, but this is important, and then the following week something else is important, or we will say to somebody will just say, I am so proud of you. And yet everything in your nonverbal is sending a different message, and people are confused. Really, the job of a leader is to create clarity, right? It is the clear message that rules the day. I heard a quote, it is the person with clarity that steers the ship. And so we want to nurture this ability, and it takes time to develop clear, concise, simple messages that resonate with everybody. Finally, our natural bent is to be in charge of something, to lead something, to care about something, to want to take responsibility for it, and to find ways to get other people interested. Right? We need them to buy into it. That we want to develop our voice so that people can hear and go, yeah, I love that. I am very much interested in that. It takes a whole different type of leader to move people past just an interest in something to a place where we get others invested. Invested in what we're doing. Because an investment isn't just an interest. An investment means I don't necessarily have to keep my hands on it. They're in it at the same heart and passion level that I am. That they can run with an idea and take it and own it, and maybe develop their own leadership skills in that area as well as they become invested versus just simply being interested in it. Now, as you can see, there's word plays here, and I did that on purpose because we all have this natural bent. And at some time or another, we may find that we're moving in one direction or the other. When things get stressful or hard, we spend more time over here because this is our natural bent. Where over time, as we've nurtured our development, as we think and spend time developing and cultivating the leadership personality and identity within us, that these things begin to become more and more true about our leadership. As we develop this type of framework, then we develop leadership capacities that work in a variety of situations. So this is just an overview today. I'm excited to break this down for you more and more. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this little bit extended video. I trust that you find this helpful as you think about your own journey. If you have any questions about this, I would love to discuss this with you. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Remember, be brave, be intentional, and be yourself.